Hi friends! I have not done a video in quite a while like this. So hopefully things will work out. For some reason my microphone was muted, so it took me quite a while to figure that out, but the secondhand store that I usually get jewelry from has changed managers, changed. A lot of people have run through, and so they're not doing the big bags like I used to be able to get. And in fact, the whole chain throughout the states is doing their jewelry a little differently. So I haven't been able to find the bags like I used to. And the other secondhand store that I used to get a lot of at least nice pieces, I've been to 3 or 4 different stores in the last couple of months, and they are also, I think people have seen the YouTube videos and more people are doing it. In fact, this week I ran into a lady who I was looking at a couple bags, and she's like, if she doesn't want them, I want them. And I said, well, you don't even know what's in them. You haven't even looked at them. She goes, I'm just buying them. Just my kids can have the jewelry that's in them. And I'm like, well, if it's not jewelry they want. And she said she was looking for specific crafting beads. She just uses them for crafts and stuff. So I think overall a lot of more people have picked up on it, and it's a lot of regulars that would see me looking with my loop at the store. You know, I'll pick up the bag and I'll look and I'll have my magnet and they'll ask what's going on. I think just in my small town and other of stores, similar stores, it's harder to get. And I think it will probably be even more and more hard to get them as more people see the videos and start doing it. So hopefully I can get some more. And look, I mean, this bag is $15, and normally this bag would have been $5, and the whole big bag full would be $15.20. So it's just different people, different managers, different styles, and there's not as enough. Like I went in the other day and they're like, oh, we had a bunch of bags and some lady came in and bought them all. So, and then that experience the other day, and then I was getting these and several people stopped and looked while I was buying these, and I didn't buy all the ones that they had because I couldn't see anything in them. These two I did see some things in, so hopefully things will work out, but still go to the secondhand stores and look for silver, because this is what I found this week. Sterling chalice. You can see when the bottoms look like this, where it's kind of rolled over kind of looking, that is usually silver, because they don't want to make it solid because it's expensive. So what they would do is they would pour it in, make the mold, and then they would kind of put this bottom on, and you can see how it's dinged. And that happens with sterling because it's not a solid. I mean, even if it was solid, it would get dinged, but to the point where it's just, you can see the dings. And so that happens because it's a soft metal. And so with sterling, that's what you will get. So you could see, I just showed you $1.50. I got this for $1.50, this beautiful candy dish. And it's not even that tarnished. It was just thrown in with all of their metal platters and tins and everything. And I almost missed it. And then I kind of went back and looked because they have a lot of plate and stuff. But as soon as I picked it up, I knew. I just kind of was walking quickly. I was running late. And so anyway, I didn't even have to take my loop out that day because I knew. Let's see. I'm looking at the wrong way. Yeah, okay. It says Gorham Sterling Cement Reinforced 1140. So they usually weight the bottom. Okay, so it's Gorham. Can you see sterling right there? Sterling cement reinforced 1140. So I looked it up with my friend who was there. He's like, oh, what did you find? And he also buys stuff and he sells his online. I haven't done that in 20 years, but So he sat there and he looked it up with me, and there was one that sold just this week for $50, this exact pattern. So $1.50 for $50. That's awesome. I think it's kind of pretty. I probably will keep it. I have some salt and pepper shakers that are very similar. Anyway, wanted to show that. That was awesome. So I don't know if I'll do 2 different videos or just one. I don't know. Let's see how fast I can get through it. Okay, so it was $15. I bought it this week. Okay, I'm just going to show the garbage fast. I know that's not real. A hair clip. No, that's not real either. Obviously this is not. And the leather on the inside is coming off. What does it say? It's a collection crystal quartz. I don't think I'm going to keep that. I'll give it to the watch lady. I usually look the watches up if I don't know the brand, but it doesn't look like it's expensive. So, this is a fabric. You can see it's like coated and glued. So I don't think so on that one. This one is very big and bulky. Yeah, this one might be an issue. These kind of necklaces are so hard. Sometimes they're really pretty, but they just catch everything in there. And that looks like it's a sterling charm. There's actually, it looks like there are a couple of sterling things on here, I'm hoping. Okay, well, gonna have a problem with that. Okay, so always test them with your magnet. Where is my magnet? Just in case. I knew it wasn't, but no, and I'll just show you. We'll test the other ones. I know they're not real. So, okay. This is going to be hard. So there's this, and I think it's kind of pretty, but if I have jewelry like this, I actually bag it and put it in my jewelry box because everything gets caught on it. This has got all sorts of stuff stuck on it. And gosh, it's going to take me a long time, and I don't want to spend the time on video to do that. So I'm going to test them one by one. Okay, so here's a pearl earring, and it is not sterling. This, I'm going to just see if I can, I know that these are sterling, and I don't want to pull off them to get them off fast, because I don't want to break them. Lately, I did get one last week that I did not video because it was a small one and I knew what was in it, so I just didn't even videotape it. I just opened it, but the bracelet that was in it, and that's what I've been getting lately, is pretty much, oh man, now I'm just tying it in knots, is the only gold and silver has been broken. So I think somebody that works there is either pocketing it, and I've shared that in another video, but there's hardly any lately. It's been really bad. Okay, I'm just tying it more knots, so I'm going to do this separately. But I do want to show you the clasps, though. Let's see if I can undo the clasps, then maybe I can get it to pull out. Man, it's just really knotted. Okay. Sometimes when you have chains like this that are caught, it's easier to undo them. I'm undoing all of them. So there was 3 or 4 necklaces that were stuck, and I'm undoing the ones that I can to see if I can unwind them and get them unstuck. I don't want to break any of them. It seems like it's working a little bit, so I'll just keep on keeping on. This is the reason I bought the necklace, the bag is this one, because I thought this rose quartz was super pretty. And I could see that it wasn't like an Italy made one. And the tag kind of made me nervous because it says, I got it off. This was one of the reasons I bought the bag. I'm going to clasp it. I thought it was super pretty, and I could tell that it was silver just by looking at it. But what concerned me was that, man, I can't get, there we go. So I could see that this little tag was hanging down, and but then it had this, which usually means sterling. Well, now they're doing knockoffs, but this usually is a sign of sterling. But this looked like real homemade, custom made. That's a better term. It looked kind of custom made, and I really thought that was pretty. I love the leaf work, and I thought it was really pretty. So I'm going to show you what I saw that concerned me. So Korea does not put out very much quality anything. Sounds awful. No offense to any Koreans, but usually if it says Korea, it's just a plate. So I'm going to show you why I say that, because even their little tag, oh, it's not Korea, it's India. I'm so sorry. It's the same thing though. If it says Korea or it says India on it, these little tags are not real. And I'll show you on the back how you can see the plates coming off. So the tag has, gosh, I'm going to have a reflection issue. Okay, so it says India. But when I flip it over, you can see that the plate's coming off. So the tag itself is plated. Trying to not have the glare. But you can see that side versus that side. You can see that the silver plate is coming off. Hopefully you can see that. And it's just, you can even see it peeling right there. So I saw that and I thought, uh-oh, we've got the plate going on, because that doesn't, it's not good. But then when you look at, so that's hanging off of that tag I showed you at the beginning. But then when you look at this little tag, so right there on the clasp it says 925, and then right there on the tag it also says 925. Well, sterling. So let's see if I can get it right side up for you. Very, very fine, tiny, and with that other thing hanging, it's really hard to show you right there. So, you take a chance when it's like that, because I could tell that the tag wasn't, but both items were marked, and I just wanted to look and see if I could find any on this. No, I don't see any on this part itself, but both the chain and the clasp say they are, but then you can see that little tag right there is magnetized. See? Can you see that? That is magnetized, but up here is not. So the chain is sterling, the tag that says India is not. But Korea and India are very typical, the same. They both have those tags. Some kind it will look like real, and it will be, usually it's plated. It will say 14 karat plate or 12 karat plate or 10 karat plate. And so let's just say not a lot of quality, the quality silver items that I purchase are not usually from India or Korea. And there's another one right here that looks sterling, and it has a locket on it. If I can get to a clasp, I might be able to get it off. Okay, come on, come on. Here we go, got to the clasp right here. And I didn't see this one at the store, and it might not be sterling, but it looks like it could be, so just picking it up, looking a little closer. Come on. Come on. Almost got it. Okay, there we go. Okay, not glass, plastic red beads. Little. My granddaughter will probably like those. Okay, so, and I showed on another video how to shorten a necklace if you want it shorter. I usually just tie a knot in it, but so not magnetic, not magnetic. A little bit of magnetism on the clasp. Let's see if the little charm says anything. Not seeing anything, just, wait, there it is. No? Yep, right there, sterling. Wait. Sterling. Manufacturing. So you got to check everywhere because I didn't see it with my eye, but when I showed it to you, I could see. You see that, sterling? So that's interesting because you couldn't see it. It's not anywhere else on the outside. Let me see if it's on the. I'm not seeing it on the clasp. And not a good sign. Usually it might have had a new clasp put on because there is a break right there and a break right there. So that I believe is sterling. That I believe is sterling. And I think the clasp has been replaced. So just by looking at it. So always test the necklace, the charm, and the clasp separately because as you can see, the necklace is sterling and the charm is sterling, but the clasp, and you can tell by how those jump rings have been taken off. I don't think this is of any value. Yeah. Interesting. So the clasps on this. And the lighting in here is not very good, but you can see the difference in color between, maybe you can't, but there's a difference between the clasp and the necklace. So It could be brass, but I'm going to check that because it was with 2 silver items. I'm wondering if the clasp on this has been replaced on this, because they look different colors. And you can see it's open. Well, maybe you can't see that it's been opened. But it's behind there. So I'm going to test that with a gold tester because it seems very fine. I don't know. And it was with those other necklaces. So anyway, there's that finally. And I think that's cute, but I would definitely keep it in a bag. The copper is showing through on that one, so recycle. And I have so much recycling. I just dug it out the other day. I need to take it and actually take it to a recycling place. So these are all the same. This was the other reason I bought this bag right here. I saw this earring and I thought it was super pretty, the pearl in there. And then I was sad because I only saw one of them, and then I wasn't going to get the bag, but then I found the other one. So I'm just polishing it up. I'm dirty. It looks like silver, just looks custom made. It's beautiful. And there's a stamp right there. If I can find it again. Yeah, it's a 925. It's not stamped in there very well, but you can tell it's custom made. I thought it was very pretty. So it's got a moonstone at the top and kind of a mother of pearl shell type pearl. It's kind of an odd shaped grayish pearl. Anyway, I was super excited when I saw that, that both of them were in there. Some baby fingernail clippers. And they're even bagged, so we can put those in a gift or something. I don't think they've been used. Another bracelet. I don't know. There we go. A really gross, dirty pearl bracelet for a kid. Kind of a princessy dress up. Kind of a weird, it looks like it's missing some things. Necklace. Here's the other one of those pearl earrings. Super pretty. I like those. A dog tag chain. And I think I've shared this in other videos. I bag these in little jewelry bags and I keep them for like girls camp and stuff where we maybe would want name tags. Okay, this is completely not. And they look sharp, and I don't think I'd want to give that to a little girl because they're sharp. I can see them getting cut on that. Wow, this is heavy, really heavy, like super heavy. This must be pottery or something. They are really heavy. I might have to look that one up. They're glass pottery. Look at their unusual. They're very interesting. Super heavy. It's like washers or something on there. Super heavy. It's probably one of the heaviest necklaces I've ever felt, which is weird. I mean, it's really heavy. This is what I'm used to. A little plasticky. Lime green. Another bracelet. Plastic. Some little studs. Both sides are magnetic, so no worries on that. A lot of recycling in this bag. Goodness, come off. Like bracelet stuck around an earring, stuck around an earring. Okay. I don't think these are real. They look like they're silver-plated brass, and that's why they are not magnetic. If you can see, there's kind of like a yellowy coming through. I don't know if you can see it. I think the silver plate's worn off and they're brass underneath instead of the typical copper. You can see it more so right there. There's copper coming through. Maybe they are copper and it's just kind of on that right up here. Anyway, I know they're not real. A little horseshoe. So the necklace is not magnetic. The clasp is magnetic. Let's see if I can see any. Oh, look. Man, I only saw one or two little things. Yeah, look at that. That's a good bag. There. So, they're silver. The chain just looked cheap in the bag. I saw a horseshoe and I thought, oh, a little girl's. And there's on the clasp right there. Also, the clasp is sterling. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's teeny. Teeny, teeny, tiny. Right there. Anyway, oh, there you go. You can see it. So that's 1, 2, 3 silver necklaces. Interesting. Those are normally magnetic. You can run your finger up and down it to see if there's any markings, but I'm not feeling anything. That's interesting. I don't know. That's weird. Unless there's nickel in there. I'll have to look at that further. Because I'm not seeing any markings on them. Always have to check. I'm not seeing any markings. They don't look real, but that's weird. Another thing is you can just wear them. So let's try and find a clean finger. And I'm not seeing any dirt come off. Anyway, they match that necklace, kinda. And that magnetic necklace is magnetic. Okay, little girl's piñata pile. A beads bracelet. A fake diamond, I'm guessing. You can check and see if there's any gold on them. Okay, so I'm going to show you. If you find a stone and you think it might be a diamond or cubic zirconia, whatever, you can, let's see if you can see it. Usually to get one of them to shine, to look real, they have, they paint the back gold so that it refracts the gold paint. And this has copper goldish paint on the back. So you can just pick it up, look under a magnifying magnifying glass, magnoscope, and check. I mean, because from the front, you're like, oh, that's pretty. So that's an easy way to check. All right. Plastic earrings. However, the clasps look sterling. So that is very weird. These are not the typical pierce earring clasps. These are more they're really dirty too. They just aren't the typical clasp. And they are not magnetic. So they could be brass, they could be copper, or they could be sterling, but they are super, super tarnished. So it almost looks like somebody took them off, because look at this is plastic, and you can see this is silver, and then these look like they've been put on later. They aren't the same color. Very weird. Just looking at them, they look plated. So I think they're brass or copper plated, but that's just a little different. That's not normal. And then, oh, I've got these two things left. I already checked that. Not. And then these cute little hyperallergenic Enterprises Inc. H&A Enterprises Inc. So cute little pierce earrings for somebody. So recap, happy. The silver horseshoe necklace, the silver locket necklace with a weird new clasp, the really fun earrings with the moonstone and pearlish. Fun to have a necklace that matched that. And the rose quartz homemade necklace. And then I don't think this is real, but we'll test it anyway, just because it doesn't look like it goes with the clasps. And then, of course, my $1.50 chalice candy dish. I'm going to do a second video on this one because this is already half an hour and it uploads easier if they're shorter. So thanks for watching. Check out my blog, thesecretisgratitude.com, and thanks for watching and have a blessed day.